I said shush.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
Oh. All right, forget it. We were trying to do a fantastic entry into our show, Today's CBD Oil, with my daughter, Kortnii. And I spelled your name the way you like it to be spelled, with a K. Kortnii.
Yes.
2 I's, yes. And because she's interested in getting started with HempWorks, I thought that we'd do a little bit of Q&A about some stuff that may or may not be on her mind. We're going to be talking about a couple things to start with. From that, there may be some questions generated by either you, which you can put in the comment section, or by you, Kortnii.
You always forget my name, so I don't know. I was shocked.
I don't forget your name, honestly. To go to my website, if you're interested in finding out more, you just go to todayscbdoil.com. And
I forgot you have to look at that.
What? Yeah, that's the camera. Yeah, look at that camera.
Not that.
You know what I didn't do is I didn't turn on my other light there. You know what? And now, of course, Be Live is not giving me that option to be able to go in there and type anything. So anyway, to get started, what I want to do is talk about something really cool I woke up to this morning. And as you know, I started to get into business with HempWorks. This is the company that I'm hoping that I will make enough money in the company to buy the company. That's my goal. All right.
Yes.
And I'm shooting for that goal. And I'm not kidding. I'm going to work hard to make that happen. As much as I know nothing about how it all works as far as the system of selling. And there's like different levels, like executive level, builder level, all that kind of stuff. Who knows? All I know is I love the product and what it's done for me. But one of the cool things, somebody who has been watching my Facebook Lives and seeing what the dietary supplement, you're going to notice I've had to change some stuff.
Okay.
I can't share anything medical anymore because of some new regulations. I don't know if they're new, but some regulations that have been brought to our attention. So it's a dietary supplement.
Okay.
I'm not going to be talking about anything medical because that's it's only a dietary supplement.
Anything medical to talk about.
Yeah, me either. But a friend of mine in Facebook, Jake, he decided that he wanted to also get into the HempWorks business. And today I saw this picture that he had posted about him selling it in his store. Look at this. So that is Jake at his store up in, I forgot where it was, Northern California somewhere. And there's where he's selling in the store. Here is the store in the background, CBD oil station, right? Not solution, station. And he's got a sign out front, and you can go and visit that. He told me where it's at. Hold on. Let me see if I can find out where it's at. I'll go ahead and go back to our camera here. And that way you're not just looking at a sign about CBD oil. But Jake is in the, hold on. Everybody just stand by. I know everybody gets impatient with me as I'm doing this kind of stuff, and I should have already looked.
I'm impatient with you. Hurry it up.
I should have looked to see where he's at. Hold on. So he wrote something really cool. And it says, thanks, Andy. No, you did. Hold on. Oh, where did it go? Where's the information?
Ay, Dios.
What did you just say?
I don't know.
You're trying to be Spanish and you don't speak Spanish.
Who did I get that from?
Oh my gosh. Where did it go? Release my shoulder. Anyway, he said that it's helped him with his stuff. Oh my gosh. It's up in Northern California somewhere. Maybe Jake is going to be watching and he'll be able to tell us where he's at. There you are. I'm in Modesto. He's in Modesto. So the store's in Modesto. Go by his store. Say hi. Tell him Andy said hi. Hey, Jake, glad to see. That's a great picture, by the way. And it makes me so happy that you found it helpful for yourself as a dietary supplement, and that it's helping with you not only with what you're aching, but also with your store to be able to sell it as a product inside the store. So that's pretty cool. The other thing is what I wanted to share, and I was going to write it on the whiteboard.
Write it on the whiteboard.
I was going to write it on the whiteboard. Remember I used to say Wed Women Week? Right on.
You used to say a lot of things.
You know what? You should never. This is the problem with Kortnii and I, is that we can't stay serious for longer than a couple minutes. But one thing I want to make sure and share is that CBD oil is not a crime. As much as you may be hearing on the internet or in the news or from your friends, CBD oil, especially from HempWorks, the formulation from HempWorks is low in THC, like 0.03%, which is below the legal necessity of making it illegal. And also they have no THC formula that has zero THC, or at least such small trace amounts that you can't be found in the formulation. So it's legal in all 50 states. It could be shipped to all 50 states. We used to be able to ship to New Zealand and Canada, but they're having some issues right now with this area right now. So some of our friends in New Zealand who started using it in New Zealand, suddenly it's not being able to be shipped there. They're hoping that they're going to get that fixed and get that taken care of. And also Canada apparently is having some issues with it. But that doesn't mean that it's an illegal substance. Doesn't mean that it's this horrible devil weed. I used to be told
devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. Yeah, it's not that. Because it's not the kind that you smoke or vape that makes you high. All right. So it's a dietary supplement, just like anything else, like vitamin C and that kind of stuff. So Jake wrote here, thank you very much, Andy. Thanks to you. I think you can say that. I'm pain free. I think that's okay. And I also found a new product to carry in my store, which is the CBD oil with HempWorks, right? Kelvin, I wonder if truck drivers can use this product without being at risk of losing their CDL driver's license. Well, what I was just talking to Matthew about today on a conference call with another person getting in and being a distributor for HempWorks is that the no THC CBD oil that HempWorks use is safe for testing, but you want to also understand that there is a chance that something may come up. So I just want to let you know that I am not 1,000% sure that you're going to pass every test that comes your way as far as the legalities of how much THC may be in your bloodstream. But I do know that it's a new no THC formula. And again, there may be something in there that may trigger a test, but you may want to talk to a few people first. Again, I'm not an attorney. I don't play one on TV. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy sharing some information about CBD oil. Right. But it doesn't make you high. I know that. That's not what it's all about. I'm Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Nice to see you, Nicole.
That's my middle name.
Nice. Yes, it is. Aldo Secchi's on. Aldo Secchi's on from Argentina. Actually, he's not in Argentina. He's right there in the next room. Nicole, is the product able to be used with dogs? Yes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to this other page here right now, and they have a dog formula specifically made for dogs. So let me go ahead and go to this site here, and I will scroll down, and you see those brown bags in the background. Those are doggy treats. And the one on the left is $2.50 with a dog paw on it. Now, normally I hate a dog paw logo. Anything with dog paws, I'm not a fan of because I'm in the dog business. But it has a dog paw on it, so it's fairly clearly labeled for a dog. And yeah, 250 milligrams specifically formulated, and it tastes like bacon. As a matter of fact, you want me to get it and you can taste it?
I'll taste it.
All right, I'll get it for you before we end the show. And so right there, that's at HempWorks. So yes, there is a product for the dog. So a couple things I wanted to also let you know as I go back to my agenda here is that it's not a crime to have CBD oil or shipped in the United States. All right. If you want to help with the issues that we're discussing right now, where I can't talk freely about any medical things that it may or may not help me with or other people with, or use any testimonials in relation to medical issues, you need to go to this freetheplant.com and sign the petition. And that means the freedom to be able to talk about such things. And so we need to go to that. And I've already signed it. I think I've signed it actually twice. Jan Springer says hi, by the way.
Hey.
Rich Moore's on. Mr. Rich Moore, what a legend. Michelle Duplicon is on. We have a lot of people on. This is a very busy I think you bring the people.
I know.
You bring the people. And so I'm gonna put your name on the description whether you're on or not.
Okay. That's fine.
All right.
Just give
All right. So go to freetheplant.com, freetheplant.com, sign a petition that will help free us a little bit in relationship to being able to talk about medical issues. Again, you're going to hear me now be using the word dietary supplement. That's the one thing that we have to say now.
Yes.
All right. How do you like my shirt, by the way? I don't know if you can see this. It says HempWorks on there.
Yeah,
how cool is that?
Down still.
It's. I didn't design it, and I'm not being choked.
It looks like you are.
HempWorks. My daughter says you need to have a little bit lower neckline on your t-shirts, just so you know. It just arrived just minutes ago. It arrived just before I went live on this broadcast. So dietary supplement. Did you know that cannabis medical origins go back 5,000 years? 5,000 years. We're not talking about Tylenol. We're not talking about Advil. We're not talking about other medicines and big pharma prescriptions that have only been around for the last couple of years. We're talking about medical cannabis has been used for 5,000 years.
I did not know.
Yes.
You learned something new.
It was first used in Western medicine in 1841. 1841. Ooh. And that was to, the cannabis resin was used to help control a child's convulsions. Now, if you go to YouTube and look up Charlotte's Web, have you heard about that? Charlotte's Web?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, the book?
No.
Oh. I was like, we read it together.
No, medical marijuana, Charlotte's Web. Brothers in Colorado created a formula to help a young girl who was having convulsions named Charlotte.
Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web, and they call it Charlotte's Web. And that is a great example of how medical marijuana, CBD oil and THC, was used to help this young girl with her convulsions. Now, I was watching another documentary where convulsions in a small child actually causes brain damage, especially.
I knew that.
Yeah, it causes brain damage.
I don't know why I knew that,
and they lose oxygen, they pass out. They have to sometimes resuscitate a child who goes into convulsions. And so the beauty about something, not the CBD oil with hemp works necessarily, but the great thing about medical marijuana being used in this type of thing is that it reduces the number of convulsions, which then thereby reduces the chances of brain damage with children who have convulsions. So when you watch that documentary about Charlotte's Web, not the pig and the spider, but Charlotte's Web that has to do with the medical
common
marijuana.
Mistake.
Yeah. Which if you go to today'scbdoil.com, you'll see that video. Go to today'scbdoil.com. That is my page. You will see that video. It's the first. You'll see it in 2 parts. It's a fantastic story.
Wait, I just saw. Oh, Jan. Yes, thank you.
You need show Court the money. All right. Yes, we have known cannabis receptors, probably unknown too. Yep. All right. Matthew. Hey, Matthew Adams. We got a lot of people on the show, Matthew. If you want to join us, I can put the link in the broadcast. Let me go ahead and do that while we're there. If anybody wants to join me if you have a camera connected, Jake, if you want to come on, tell us about your store and tell us what you're doing. Hold on. I'll put the link in. I think I hope I copied it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So it's in there. If you have a camera and a mic that you have connected to your computer, you can come on and join us on the broadcast and I'll be happy to bring you up. Yeah. And Matthew, that includes you.
A hemp party.
So first used in Western. Yes, I already said that one, right? 1841? Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. In 1930s, the pharmaceutical companies in the United States sold cannabis as medicine. In the 1930s, Big Pharma was using it in medicine and selling it like they do, again.
Now.
Yeah, like they do now. Like they sell, what's the thing, the little blue pill?
I don't know.
That. Right. Yes. But they were selling cannabis. So the pharmaceutical companies in the United States in the 1930s were selling cannabis as medicine. In the 1920s, physicians wrote 3 million prescriptions a year that contained cannabis in the 1920s. 3 million a year.
Dang, what happened?
It became the devil weed.
The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce and the devil's
devil
plant.
Weed.
Whatever. I called it the devil weed.
The devil's lettuce.
Yes.
That's just...
But back in the 1920s, we're not really talking that long ago.
No,
I mean, I wasn't around, just before you say anything.
Okay, sure. Lies.
I was not around. My dad was 1 year old in 1920. Viagra. Thank you, Tony. I was purposely not. I wanted her to say it. It's okay. Thank you, though, Tony.
I wasn't going to.
Tony was in a major accident. He was a bomb dog handler. That we worked together, training other bomb dog handlers years ago. Fantastic guy. He's rescued dogs from the Middle East. Yes. Hundreds of dogs that were left in the Middle East to die. Tony had a hand in rescuing those dogs. And recently he was in a major accident with a a tractor. I'm assuming that's okay because you put it on Facebook and you have a Facebook page. Tony, if you want to put that page up in the comments, because I know that there's some things in there that you may need some assistance with. So, Tony, if you're still watching, go ahead and put your Facebook page in the comment section, because you wait till you see the pictures, and you're going to just have to go to his page to see those pictures. But Tony, I'm glad that you're alive, and I was going to say alive and well. I'm sure you are not completely well, but let's hope that you're going to mend and get much better. All right. So in 1937, there were 28 over-the-counter medicines containing cannabis. Just in 1937, over-the-counter.
Dang.
Now, suddenly, I can't talk about medical anything in relationship to CBD oil on Facebook. And so that's my purpose for putting all that stuff on there, is that just simply back in the 1900s, back when I was in the 1900s, that I will say, and so are you.
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
You were alive in the 1900s. In the 1900s, when both of us were alive, and a number of you watching, there was medicine that had cannabis in it. They were writing prescriptions in the 1900s. And yet now today, in a more liberal world, supposedly, that we're in, now suddenly I can't talk about CBD oil and the benefits it has served me with. That was a horrible.
That was
apparently doesn't help me with grammar.
Nope. Doesn't. I'll try.
But it has, I've had some discomfort from pain and things like that. I am virtually not feeling that pain. That's not a medical thing.
Oh, okay.
That's not medical. I'm not saying that I have osteoporosis or anything. I'm just saying I had some discomfort, things like that. It seems like the dietary supplement that I take has helped me with a lot of that discomfort, right? And even with waking up in a fantastic mood, right? That has been fantastic. And so it just seems it gives me a little bit more energy, which is not medical related. And all of those things are really good. So I'm really happy about that. Okay,
I'm
Tony.
happy about that too.
So Tony's going to put his Facebook in there. Awesome.
Do it.
Thank you for adding to the light of cannabis. You're welcome, Gina. I'm adding to the light. Did you see that? I'm adding to the light. Just so you know, whenever you question me, I'm going to say, hey, Gina says.
I'm the light. You're not.
So anyway. So what I like about HempWorks is a lot of things, and that is that they are doing a really good job of educating us and making sure that we're being careful about what it is that we are able to talk about. It's important that you have an active company like HempWorks, making sure that we know what the laws are and that kind of stuff. And that way we can continue to get the information out that we can to everybody so that they know that this is something that they could use and quite possibly change their life in one area. The other area is that I've become a distributor for HempWorks, and that is going very well. Just ask Jake, who's now selling it at a store. And then my daughter, Kortnii here. Why
is it such a struggle? You picked the name. Are you okay?
Yeah. It's because Ray is around way more often than you are, and I say her name.
But I came first.
Well, it's like
you've been saying my name longer.
It's like the kids calling me mom. They call me mom every so often, but that's
their problem. You're the father.
That's right. We are surely.
Don't compare yourselves.
We are clearly different. Okay, stop. Back to the CBD oil. Can you talk about it on your regular webpage, or is that restricted like Facebook is? I think the problem, Rich, is that, of course, Facebook will shut down your Facebook page if the government gets involved. I'm not sure of how it all works, but I know Facebook is under a lot of pressure right now from the government. And so if there's anything that calls into question what we're doing as far as being legal or illegal, Facebook, there's a good chance Facebook will shut you down. So that's why I want to be careful, because I do a lot on Facebook. As you know, I have about 15 different Facebook pages. And if they got shut down, I wouldn't know what to do. I'd have to broadcast on YouTube and do that.
Wow.
Or Instagram. And so those aren't my two places, right? I would just, maybe I would learn how to do that better. So that's one thing. On the website, I think on one level, HempWorks might be concerned as to they could get shut down as a company if they have people that are representing them. Right. So I'm kind of representing them right now. If I'm representing them on a Facebook Live directly or indirectly, it could harm the company itself. And that goes with any company that's selling CBD oil, not just HempWorks. But if you were doing a distributorship with some other company, again, they would want you to be careful about what it is you say so it doesn't hurt their business and get anything that they have going on and make their life even more difficult. So that was a really good question. So it's just, you want to be careful with the words you're using and just pay attention to what training you're getting from the company as to what you can say, what you can do, and that kind of stuff. We are legal in all 50 states. Yes, Laura Hansen. I got all the biggies with me. I got Matthew Adams, Laura Hansen. She's fantastic. She's been coming up with some really cool information and helped me out. So I really appreciate that, Laura. If there's anything else you want to put in there, Laura, that I'm misstating or need help with, feel free to quote or put anything down there that you feel is necessary. So have I told you all you need to know about the CBD oil and its legalities or what it's made of, all that kind of stuff? It's pretty cool. Some of the cool stuff on the
I didn't know most of that. So
yeah, some of the cool stuff on the HempWorks website is pretty awesome. Let's go through this here. The history. The first American flag was made of hemp.
Oh.
Because now we're going to be talking about hemp. We're not talking about medical marijuana. CBD oil from HempWorks is made from the hemp plant, which is also a cannabis, but it's not marijuana. All right. And so the first American flag made from hemp. George Washington and Thomas Jefferson both grew hemp.
I knew that for some reason. I don't really. I know random facts. I don't know why.
Ben Franklin made hemp paper.
Hey, nice. Get it, Ben.
The Declaration of Independence was drafted on
hemp paper.
Hemp, yes.
Hey.
Hemp was used as a rope for ships, and it was a required crop on the American colonies. Required crop. You had to grow it. Hemp has been grown for the last 12,000 years. Wow. Hemp was used as money in the 1800s. Nice. People just like misinformed people were rolling up the dollar bills and smoking them, thinking, no, it's not marijuana, it's hemp. Maybe they weren't. You never know. Well, people. I remember hearing about people when I was a police officer, drinking, something that had small traces of alcohol in it because they were such bad alcoholics that they were trying anything like rubbing alcohol, to try to get something. Yep. Yep. You used to be jailed for not growing hemp.
That's funny.
Is that hysterical? You can make over 25,000 products with hemp.
Dang.
So there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lotion that I like a lot.
Yeah.
That's hemp.
Yes.
Lotion.
Yes. And so, I got somebody on here. Here we go. Who's on here? We're just bringing you up. 2, 1. Hey, what's happening?
Hey.
Oops. Hold on. I got to get rid of my solo. Oh, look at all those windows I have up. Hold on, let me get rid of this one. How you doing, Matthew?
Good. How are you doing?
Outstanding. What do I need to talk about that I'm missing besides whatever the CBD oil or the business of
I think
of HempWorks?
You got to excuse me. I have a bunch of.
Oh, I thought you were picking up a dog for a second.
Bunch of baby.
I got one down there. Here.
Oh.
You're running a daycare?
Grandbabies.
Nice.
Say hi.
So does HempWorks CBD oil, does it help you produce grandbabies?
Yes. No, but it helps me have patience with grandbabies.
So what's going on with this this new stuff that we're having to deal with? I know they're not new regulations. It's just we're being a little bit more careful. Is there something more?
They're not necessarily new regulations. They've been. I mean, I've been in this industry for forever and doing health-related products, and they always pop up in health-related products, especially when things get out of hand. People are people are people. They're going to say things. I couldn't do this before, and now I can do this, and I attribute it to such and such product, or this person did this before, and now they're doing this, and now they can do this. And it's been that way ad nauseum forever. But in some instances, it's true. I mean, I've seen things. I've seen things with our own product that are completely amazing to me. What's done for myself. I mean, in the area of, let's put this in a context that I can do this without getting in trouble.
Don't get me in trouble.
I won't get you in trouble either. In areas of
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard.
It is. I could do it before, but then now when I'm on the spot, I'm like, okay. Well, let's put it this way. I've got pictures of before and after of a certain test that we go in to see our physician every once in a while. Sometimes they're high, sometimes they're low.
Yeah. This
one was really high, and now it's really low.
Yes. And I had my thing tested. That sounded so funny. Wow. I had a test done earlier, and I am as happy as can be.
Really?
Yes.
Hey!
I'm so happy.
Yay!
It continues. If you go back watching one of my earlier shows, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it continues to do well. The dietary supplement has been great. And so, yes. Well,
I'll just say numbers. I can say numbers. My numbers before, and I'm very embarrassed to say this. My numbers.
So glad you.
My numbers before were 180 over 135.
You're lucky to be here.
I am. And now my numbers are 140 over 83.
Wow. And that back number is an important one.
Yeah, it's still a little high, but it's been going down gradually. One of the things that I've added to it, and that was the numbers before I started to make some changes. Now that I've made some changes, such as in my diet, the number is gradually going down. I'm feeling even better. I'm getting better sleep. I'm feeling stronger. Taking on my grandkids would be an exhausting thought. I mean, just thinking about it. Taking on a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. No, but now, I
don't have a choice.
Now it's going to be part of my weekends.
Let me ask you this about the fact that HempWorks is an MLM, as they say, right? A multi-level marketing company, which sometimes has this to it. And that was one of the things that I go, you know what? I want to take it. I'm not sure I want to be a part of that. But now that I am, I think this is a fantastic company. I've never been involved in anything because of that, almost like marijuana, right? You have that feeling like, oh, I don't know. It's a little, people don't like to talk about that. But I think at least HempWorks, as far as I know right now, as far as I can tell, is fantastic as far as somebody that wants to make a little extra money on the side or create a business out of it.
Well, it's only in perception, okay? On my Facebook, no. On a Facebook page, I put a picture up, and I was talking to a new friend, and he goes, "Oh, you're in one of those pyramid things." Yeah. And I went, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Tell me about pyramid things." Well, those things where one person's at the top making all the money, and the other people are down below. Oh, okay. So I said, Can I show you something interesting? And he goes, "Oh, I bet you're going to show me examples, right?" And I went, "No, kind of, sort of." And I took him to his break room. Okay. And on the wall in his break room is the corporate structure of his company. And the company, it was perfect. It was there we go. That is so perfect. I put him in front of that, and all he did was his jaw just dropped to the floor, and I didn't say anything. I couldn't say anything after that. He looked at it, and he became really quiet. And I said, "You mean that kind of pyramid?" And I basically dropped the mic.
Right. Walked
out the door.
Yeah, it's like the structure of any business, right? You got the workers, you got the supervisors, and then you got the leadership, and then you got the head.
Every business, it's every organization. It's your church, it's your Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. Any and all organizations are built like that.
Yep.
It's just something they decided to put a tag on, pyramid, But there's a difference between a pyramid scheme and a pyramid and a business.
Yep.
All businesses are shaped like a pyramid. So if you want to call my business a pyramid, then what you're saying is you're calling my business a real business.
It is.
And I say, thank you.
And I think they have a better compensation plan than most other businesses based on what I'm able to now almost get 50%.
I said, if you bring your sister into Bilo, okay, how much is Bilo going to pay you for bringing on a new worker bee? And he looked at me and goes, nothing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My company, when I bring in a new worker bee, they get paid king and queen prices. Yep.
And like Jake, who's part of my downline, I guess you call it. Is that what you call it? A downline? Yeah. So that's why I get a big smile on my face when I wake up this morning and check my Facebook, and there he is in front of his sign in front of his store. Like, oh my gosh, that is fantastic, because him doing that is a benefit to all of us.
All right, well, I'm gonna share something. Can I share something about you, Andy?
Maybe. Go ahead.
Guys, this is so simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Andy here is amazing. He's for all of you that do know him, you know that he is very, very busy. He's probably in the top 10 people I know. He's probably in the top 5 of the busiest that I know personally. And I know a lot of very successful and big people. But when Andy tried the product, he went into this really negative. He says, okay, yeah, whatever. I'll try it. I'm not expecting anything, but I'll try it. And I told him to take it at night before he went to bed. And he did. And the next morning, all he sent me was one word. Wow. And I called him up. Okay, what happened? And he goes, that was the best sleep I have ever had. He averages probably about 3 to 4 hours of sleep, and he called me up to tell me that he slept 8 hours. And I'm like, well, that's awesome. And he goes, yeah, that's really awesome, because I woke up, I'm not tired. I'm thinking clearly. And he goes, well, that's just one night, but let's see how this goes. A week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and he's getting incredible sleep. And then all of a sudden he just got a wild hair and got online on Facebook and started telling everybody how much his has changed. And then he was telling people how some numbers in his life had changed and how his attitude changed and all these different videos. And I call him up and I said, Andy, have you looked in your back office? And he didn't know he's never been to his back office.
That's true.
And I'm dead serious. I'm not kidding. He's never been to his back office. Okay, so I said, go here. And I go, okay, just for the heck of it, click on earnings. Oh, and he goes, well, is that I made money? And I go, yeah, you made money. So he goes in his back office, and all I hear is, holy crap.
And then it deposited straight into my bank account.
Yeah, and he was just to put it this way, it's 3 digits, more than he expected, way more than he expected, way more than he's spending. Hey, stop that. Covering his sister with. The pictures that you saw, but you didn't see his head.
Now already.
About a week ago, he shaved his sister's head.
Oh.
But he was shocked, and all he's been doing, guys, it's simple. All he's been doing is sharing his story. He shares his story. He got paid to share his story. That's what I get paid to. I get paid to share my story. It's that simple.
Oh, well, I missed a whole bunch of comments here. I'm so sorry. But thank you, Matthew, for sharing that. And I appreciate it. And if without your help, I wouldn't have been able to do anything, because I have no idea what I'm doing. So we had a whole bunch of questions here, and I didn't scroll down in time.
Lightsaber.
Talk about the symptoms, not disease names. Good. Yeah. That's we talked about that yesterday. Thank you. You got to remind me like 10 times and I'll remember. Amazing, Matthew. I don't know if you can talk about this on the air, but I've seen some concerns about CBD oil and thyroid issues. I'm going
to put it to you simple. Okay. This is a little bit of the history about hemp. Not hemp work, but hemp and cannabis. A lot of the stuff that we have in our lives is inflammation. Look at this, Bubby. Keep it down, okay? Yeah, hit me with the lightsaber. And he will too. Is inflammation. We all suffer from inflammation, arthritis, all of these diseases, symptoms, whatever you want to call them. Ow!
You're gonna take some CBD oil.
I heard that.
You never do television with kids or animals. Just so you know. Well, you're
all right. But now, real quick, a lot of people are going, well, why is hemp so magical? Why is hemp so this, so that? Why is hemp curing everything? It's not that hemp is curing everything. 30 to 40 years ago, we had hemp in our diet on a daily basis. In our bodies, we have something called the ecocannabinoid system, ECS system. It's the system that operates our body and helps heal our body. It's like your Windows or your ISO. It's the operating system of your body. When the sailors went out many, many years ago, they would go out for 5-6 months at a time and didn't have anything but what they carried with them, and fruit, not fruit, but fish and stuff. They ended up getting scurvy because they didn't have any vitamin C. They come home, they were given vitamin C in the form of oranges, and all of a sudden oranges and vitamin C and all this stuff were the magical fruit. Was it magical? No. Their bodies haven't had it for such a very long time. Hemp. Back in about 30 to 40 years ago, all the cows used to eat in hemp fields because it was high in protein and it was high in fiber, and the cows ate it, and it produced mass amounts of milk. It's huge. So where was the hemp? It was in our milk. It was in our meat. Have you noticed over the times, and I'm just going to give symptoms, people forgetting things massively, people shaking massively? Have you noticed over the past 30 years how that has escalated? I mean, to everybody, everyone here knows somebody that shakes massively because of this. It's inflammation. Everybody knows someone who can't remember their own name
or their daughter's name.
Who you are. You know?
Yeah.
That's escalated over the past 30 years because we've been missing part of our diet.
And some of the things in our diet that are there because of the type of food the animals are eating and that kind of stuff, just like you said. So, Matthew, again, thank you so much for coming on and sharing the information. I'm going to let you take care of Chewbacca back there.
Chewbacca.
Dan Solo.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Matthew, for all you do and all your help that you give me.
All right, you guys take care. God bless.
All right, take care.
Nope, wrong hand.
All right. Yeah. So that was great. That's great to have him on. And, I can't say anything because quite often when I do my Facebook lives, my children like to visit me only when I'm on camera for whatever reason.
It includes me.
Including you. Yes. They'll open up the garage door because my studio's in the garage.
I have never done that. I've never done that.
And so Tony asked a couple questions about, can you drive after using CBD oil? And the answer is yes, because there is no THC, at least not enough in there to make any difference in relationship to getting high or anything like that. It doesn't make you hungry, so you don't have to go buy a bunch of Pop-Tarts. Like I thought maybe when I started using CBD oil that it would come with Pop-Tarts because of my desire to have Pop-Tarts. It was funny when I was thinking about it. It's not. I
have those.
Yeah. But no, there's none of that because the THC level is so low that it doesn't give you. Again, what Laura said earlier is that it actually makes me a little bit sharper, a little bit quicker to get some of my work done. I think, again, part of that is I sleep so much better now, what Matthew was saying. It's crazy what I can do for sleep now. I have not been known for my sleep by anybody ever. I'm usually, I kind of have this weird thing that I sleep so little that I can fall asleep at a moment sitting on the couch, right? For about a half an hour, start snoring, and then get up, and I'm up for the rest of the night. And so my sleep was really broken into like half hour, 45-minute increments, and then in total maybe being about 3 or 4 hours. But that's not the case now. Now I sleep when I'm supposed to sleep at night, and on occasion, you know what? I'll take a little nappy.
Maybe we can get through a movie at the movie theaters.
Yeah. I mean, that's how bad it was because I would sleep so little at night. I couldn't go to the movies with Kortnii.
You could sleep through the Avengers.
Yes. And
on the big screen.
And I love the Avengers. And so that was really bad. So, but as far as driving, I take 10 drops in the morning, 10 drops in the evening. I drive. Again, there's no THC that causes you any grief or any issues. There was something about anxiety and PTSD, and that is clearly one of the things that Kortnii brought up the other day when we were in the car on our way to San Diego, is that because of some of the things that I've been through as a police officer, shooting here and there, people killing themselves in front of me, a baby that was in the car that caught fire and I couldn't get the baby out in time before it passed away. Those things have lived with me for a really long time, plus some other people that I was talking to while they were dying, and those images and those things. And Kortnii has even movies that she knows that she will say, Dad, don't go to that movie. Because there's been a couple of times I've gone to a movie and I've had to leave because it just triggers certain things. So I'm only telling you this, not to share only because I want you to know I understand what you're talking about, Tony. And since I've added this dietary supplement to my food, I have not had any episodes of anxiety or things that I can't handle. I know that, there's been times where going through the divorce process or something like that, that I've had real anxiety during those periods of time. No blow-ups, no yelling, screaming, type of moments that I have at my kids, usually aimed at the people that you love, right? Never to strangers, but only to people that you love can you blow up at, right? And really say bad, nasty things. And none of that feeling has entered at least my world for the last 2.5 months. And the only thing I've added is this dietary supplement. So that's been good for me. And hopefully that's okay. Laura, just tell me if I'm going too far. Okay. Laura and Matthew. What else did I miss? I missed something else there. We talked about the thyroid. I don't know if we really addressed it entirely. Matthew talked a little bit about it, but I don't know. I'm going to look into a little bit more about that, how it affects the thyroid. I will make sure and look through some of the testimonial pages and maybe even ask some questions about people in relationship to the thyroid. I know that there has been people, and I've talked about this, I think I try to talk about it all the time, is that people have some nauseousness when they start taking CBD oil because it's what they say is detoxing the system. And during that period of time, you can have some nauseousness and headaches and things like that. And I compare it to when I stopped drinking anything with caffeine in it. And at the time I stopped, I was drinking coffee just about all day long and drinking sodas every day. And you were
drinking sodas? Yes,
you were 4 when this happened.
Oh, okay.
So you were about 4 years old. I was in detectives at Anaheim Police Department.
The big gulps.
In this, yes, at the second, I was in sex crimes, and I suddenly decided, you know what, the heart palpitations were getting to me, and again, not sleeping. I think I was even sleeping less then, and I just cold turkey stopped anything caffeine. And I thought I was going to die. I almost had to strap me to the bed because I was like going off of heroin.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was bad.
I don't know if you should compare those.
Yeah, it was.
Like going off heroin?
Yes. Like off an opioid.
Not seen intervention.
Well, it felt like it. I felt sick. I had headaches and it was nasty. I hated it. It was horrible.
I'm sorry.
But again, I was using caffeine all day long.
Okay.
Yeah. You're belittling my pain and the discomfort I was in coming off
caffeine. I've done it. I'm
Whatever.
sorry. It's okay.
Yeah, I thought you loved me. All right, so Rebecca's in New Zealand, and I know she's unfortunately have issues with it getting shipped there. I think there's a way of getting it to you that will be solved hopefully soon, and that you can get the CBD oil back into your system. I know that it's been helping with some of the things that have been going on with you. It also helped me with digestive issues, which is a symptom, right? You hit that rock, did it hurt your elbow when you just hit that steel in my stomach, one of my 6-packs?
I'm just gonna let you keep going.
She elbowed me. I saw her twinge, like it hurt, like it was very painful. Did it hurt?
Help me.
Eugenia Gonzalez.
Hey! It's my friend.
Hi, how are you?
I miss you.
I'm sorry if we just yelled in everybody's ears.
Come over.
Number 12-step program for caffeine. It was, if there was I wouldn't drink 10 to 12 cans of Diet Dr. Pepper a day. What? Rich, you're going to kill yourself. Please get off of the Dr. Pepper. Oh, yeah,
no, stop that. Stop. Even I say stop that.
Stop. I love you, Rich Moore. Get off of that stuff. That's going to kill you. Cans. Get off of the Diet Dr. Pepper and get on the CBD oil if you're not already. Just do yourself a favor. All right. Any other questions? This has gone way longer than I thought it was going to go.
I thought you had questions for me.
No, I wanted you to know if anything that's on your mind. Why would I have questions for you?
I literally walked up and you said we're going to do a Q&A and I was like, for me, questions for me. And you were like, yeah, I'm glad that I was wrong. I'm not arguing.
Eugenia, please help me. Maybe I need a new partner. Maybe Eugenia is free.
She's a great partner. She would rock at this.
Yes, and we're going to do Game of Thrones again. We're going to pick up where we left off. Because now we actually have a studio. We have all kinds of stuff. And now she feels a lot more comfortable on camera. So it's going to be like for those of you that
fake it
like,
make it.
What's it called again?
What?
Game of Thrones. Did I say King of Thrones a minute ago?
No, you said Game of Thrones.
Okay. If you like Game of Thrones, we did a show called the Game of Thrones After Show.
Very creative name.
Yeah, it's
great. Keep going. Sorry.
You know what? I thought you were my friend.
You're so sensitive.
It was the unofficial Game of Thrones After Show. It was very good.
Yes. It was great.
Oh my gosh. Really, Kristen, don't give her a big head.
What? Oh!
Stop.
I won't get a big head, trust me. It's fine. Thank you.
Yes. So any other questions about CBD oil or the business of it? You really can't ask me too many questions about the business.
I know, because
I have no idea.
That's what I want help with.
Yes. Well, it's $20 if you buy, the products. They're in HempWorks, some CBD oil, maybe the Relief or something like that, and then $20 will allow you to be an affiliate, and then you can begin you'll get your own URL. You can share with people. You get a bit link, or you get a custom URL that you can get in GoDaddy or something like that, and then it'll transfer over. And so because the one they give you has a bunch of random numbers and stuff like that.
The best way to do it by putting it on social media.
Yes, I think the best way of doing it is social media right now, because you're going to reach more people. Well, the people do it. They go to health expos.
Oh, okay.
Like at the local chamber of commerce sometimes has health days and things like that. You could have a table there with pamphlets and flyers and that kind of stuff, and talk to people about it. You can even have a table that has HempWorks on it.
Ooh,
that kind of thing.
Nice.
You can do that. You can go again on social media. What I do, I just do Facebook Lives. You can do Instagram
Live
and YouTube Live. Oh, my screen over there turned off. How unprofessional. Kristen's going to yell at me about being unprofessional and not brand representative. I'm so sorry, Kristen. I almost call her Christian. What else? You can, write a book about it and become a #1 best-selling author about CBD oil.
Are you going to do that next?
That's next.
I had a feeling that was coming.
Yes. And then you use your book as a #1 best-selling author on that subject, and you can speak on stage at anything related to health. You can go to women's groups. You can go to teen events. You can go to
get that the thing going, so you can talk about the medical stuff.
Yeah.
In your book. Can you do that in a book?
Well, you can. I think what my idea for the book is going to be testimonials. It'll be a little bit about the story that some of the things I just shared about the history of hemp and that kind of stuff will be the opening, and then are some testimonials from people who are using CBD oil and how it's changed their life. I think you can do that.
Okay.
Because you're going to be sharing what people are sharing with you, and those testimonials are what people are saying about what it is that's it's helped them with, right? Mm-hmm. The thing about Facebook is that it's just different.
Yeah,
and you got to be a little bit more careful because it's on another platform, and Facebook controls it. And if they think you're doing something bad, they'll just shut you down.
But books have different rules.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, you can say some horrible things in a book. You can say you can say OJ is innocent of killing those two people.
Can you say that on Facebook?
I just did.
Ah!
It has nothing to do with medical. It's not under the control of the FDA or anything like that.
No.
Yeah, you can say that. I'm just saying you could write a book and say
a great show.
Yeah, you can do stuff like that. What else, Kristen? What else could she do to spread the word about CBD oil? Social media, Chamber of Commerce. People are always looking for speakers. You can just come up with a talk, a systemized talk, and at the end, you have what's called a call to action. Where the call to action is you say, if you want to learn more about this, go to this URL or text me at this phone number. Whatever it is going to be your call to action, which people have to take. Okay. And it's, the only thing I don't really like anymore is handing out business cards or flyers, because those often
I just throw those away. I get angry. Don't leave one on my car.
It reminds me of those guys in Las Vegas, clicking those cards.
Oh my gosh. I have a story about that, but I won't get into it. About him.
That reminds me, like they hand out thousands of those things, and as you walk down the sidewalk in Las Vegas, they're just all on the floor.
Every time I go there, I think of you.
Okay, so what I do is those guys irritate the crap out of me, and so what I do is I walk up to them with a big smile on my face, and I stick my hand out like I'm going to grab one, and right when they're putting it between my fingers, I scratch my head, or I scratch my armpit, or I pull my hand away.
No, he does. Right when they go to hand it to him, he flips his hand away and does a little twirl, and then he dances away from them.
That's only after a couple of drinks. When I'm not drinking, I'd scratch my head. Or
I don't remember any of those nonchalant movements. I remember seeing it.
So anyway, all right. So anyway,
so
flyers, business cards, those things, they're okay. But I think getting on, talking about it, staying consistent about your message on the social media is really important. I took a break earlier the last couple of weeks because I didn't know what to say. There was so much controversy about whether you could say something or not, and people weren't agreeing. And I'd ask somebody, and they would say, you can say that. And other people, no, you better not say that. You're going to get HempWorks in trouble. And so I was a little bit concerned about getting on. And so that's why I had a little bit of space. Okay. But when you get on and are somewhat consistent in your message, people will begin to listen to it deeper and deeper, and then they'll finally take action. People sometimes need to hear the message more than 4 or 5 times in order to really go, you know what? Now I've heard that for the 4th or 5th time. I think
I'm going to go check it
out. Or
out.
you may not have said anything in the first message that really kind of hit them, spoke to them. Yeah. And then you're going to maybe bring up a testimonial about something that they relate to, and go, I didn't know that.
That's me. That's me.
So it takes a while to get that message. So it's the consistency, staying up there, changing the subject matter, trying to stay focused and not jump to Vegas and then to Chewbacca.
It keeps them awake. It keeps them alive out there.
That's not bad. Discount codes, risk reversal.
Discount codes.
Not sure what the
that's big
rules
in
for
the makeup.
Are.
The makeup life.
Nice, very good. That's good stuff. 30-day money back guarantee. Oops, missed it. 30-day money back guarantee. Yes, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. I mentioned that yesterday. I didn't mention that today. Laura, you're the best. Yes, with HempWorks, there is a 30-day money back guarantee. Empty bottle guarantee. She say it on there? Yes. Empty bottle. So if you use it all, you can still return it and get your money back, right? If you decide that it just did nothing for me. Okay. The dietary supplement didn't do anything for my dietary.
I was going to make a bad dad joke. But unlike you, I know when to stop.
Oh my gosh. So you can't hand out samples.
No.
Because I think that's what Matthew was talking about. There's no samples to hand out. You have to purchase it, and if it doesn't work, if you purchase it, then you can send the bottle empty back, and they'll give you your money back. All great steps. Oh, samples. That's what he was responding to. All right, I got it now. I just did it backwards. Oh. So Andy's link is, and I'll put it up here. Today's CBD oil. How do you like that name I came up with, huh? Ooh. Today's CBD oil. I was thinking about some type of show behind it, and we're going to talk about today's CBD oil, not yesterday's.
Not tomorrow's.
Not tomorrow's, but today's. Nice. All right. Anything else I missed in here? All right. We could just keep going on because we keep going. We had a lot of viewers. Then we went down to hardly any, and then we went back up again. So anything else? Anything else, Kristen? What else are we missing? And she said she likes my shirt. Yesterday, Kristen talked about each one of my shows. I'm not very consistent in what it is I wear. And
You're
then
supposed
one
to
day,
be consistent with what you wear.
I was wearing a Falco Canine Academy shirt, and I was doing a Facebook Live TV show where I was doing this CBD oil.
Okay.
So it was kind of, it threw her off. Even though I did talk about the dog CBD oil right here, which is the dog.
Yeah. Oh, we were going to do that.
Yeah, so you're going to try it.
Oh, okay.
So this is the bacon flavored.
I love bacon. Not mad. Don't do it for me.
Really?
I'm an independent
Don't drop
woman.
it. Oh my gosh, don't drop it on the ground.
Liquid gold.
It's like dropping gold under your tongue, not on your tongue. Oh.
Tastes smoky.
It tastes like bacon.
It tastes smoky.
I know.
It's really not bad.
It tastes like barbecue.
I like the mint one better.
Yes, but it's just simply, I think dogs would like it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you have a history of being in the dog business, like your dad.
Yeah.
That you worked at Kreiser's Pet Store, and they sold a CBD oil. And how did it sell?
Oh, it's so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, people didn't really believe it at first, but we were
wow, you smell like
bacon.
You smell like a barbecue.
I think that will bring. I think people like it. People like barbecues. But no, people didn't really believe at first that it would work, and then we'd be like, just if we have like a good return, we had a good. I don't work there anymore. We had a good return policy. Yeah. So we would just be like, just take it and then come back, bring it back if it doesn't work, and then their dogs with seizures would be I mean, can I say that? I can't.
Yeah, you're talking about
dogs. Is that different?
Sure. So you have people, but you're sharing that people that would come to you with dogs that had seizures, and then they would start taking it, and then they would say
it would
calm them down.
Yeah, it would calm them down. It would happen a lot less, and they would also help with their anxiety with like fireworks and like other things. I keep feeling like I can't say these things.
You're doing fine because you're not talking about a disease or anything that it's curing.
Yeah, but they would see really big differences, and they'd always come back super happy and want more and more and more, and the higher dosage and all that stuff. So it was doing pretty well. We got it like not right before I left, so I didn't get to see it too much, see the effects like long term, but short term, it was a big deal. People really
it's amazing how fast the dietary supplement makes a difference in your life. Yes. Like there's things I showed a video a couple weeks ago where this lady had these really bad tremor. We're talking about she couldn't hold a glass of water because the water would spill out. That's how bad she was. They put the drops in her mouth on video, and then she was as still as a doctor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was that fast.
Dang.
It was crazy.
I'm surprised that people could see differences in their dogs because I feel like it's harder than it is with people. Dogs, I
don't know. People are pretty attuned to their dogs. Some of these.
Well, I know, but I would think that you wouldn't be able to see it as well as you would see it in a person. Mm. But then people would be like, "My dog is completely different. It's like a puppy again," and I'd be like, "Oh,
yeah, that's very cool.
That's
very
great."
Cool. Oh, by the way, Laura says don't try the bacon. She said no.
I already did.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
It's gross.
I liked it. I'm gross.
Dogs love it. Humans not so much. Well, this one liked it.
I didn't
mind. You're doing fine. You doing fine. All right.
I just don't want to break the rules.
All right. So where I see our numbers are dropping again. So maybe I don't know.
I don't like that I tried the bacon stuff. Weird.
They got grossed out.
They got weirded out. Sorry.
Want to elbow me again in the stomach and feel
I don't.
Feel the man of steel?
I don't want to hurt you.
Come on. It's going to hurt. Oh. Ow.
I got strong. I didn't get you full strength. That wasn't even full strength.
You hit the hemp works Superman.
The hemp. You need to stop. Bring it back. Come back.
All right. My dogs are so much calmer and healthier. Yay. Nice. Very good. All right. So that's it. So Kristen, I'm glad you came on to share some of your professional thoughts. Kristen is amazing. If you want a fantastic marketer, I don't even know if she's available, but if you need somebody to help you with any kind of online product or anything like that, Kristen is incredible. She's handled some of the biggest and the best in the business, which is namely me. And
oh.
No, she does. I mean, she helps me. She
stop it. They just heard you call yourself Superman. They know.
Uh-oh, we're getting shaky again. What the heck's going on with our internet?
It's been
here?
like that. I wasn't sure what.
I don't know. Our internet here is a little too wacky. So anyway, Kristen's fantastic. She's the one who's told me that I need to be a little bit closer to the camera. Right now, my head is like right at the top, so I'm not sure. I got to fix that. And talk to me about my shirts being more brand representative when I'm on each one of my shows. And so what I thought, I'm going to put a rack here where I keep different shirts
and label them
Post-it. Yeah. Facebook Live TV show shirt.
Yes.
Falco Canine Academy right shirt.
Hey,
Hempworks shirt.
Like a real studio.
Right. And a makeup artist.
I
need a makeup artist.
I mean, I can help you out with that, I guess.
All right. So, all right. Thanks, Kristen. I really appreciate it. Laura, thank you. Everybody else that joined us. We had a whole bunch of people there at the beginning. Tony, make sure if you're still on, I'm not sure if Tony's still on, but Tony, make sure and put your Facebook page on there about your accident so that we can make sure that people get out the word. Again, Tony got a major accident with a tractor and nearly died, and just got out of the hospital not too long ago, and can use some help. He's a great guy who's spent a lot of time in Afghanistan, in Iraq, with bomb detection dogs, and so he's a guy that deserves our love and our help. And he's saved hundreds of dogs from the Middle East who were left to die in a kennel in the Middle East, and had a hand with another company in Texas in getting some of the dogs out of that situation and finding them home. So Tony is a guy definitely that needs your love and support and prayers. If nothing else, help him through what he's been going through in the last couple weeks and months. All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
I think we got it all. This one.
I think got it all.
All right. So so far, I think there were some positives about you being on.
I feel them. I feel the positives. I'm getting better at it. One day I'll be just as cocky as you.
Wow. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I got to pick up the kids. All right. Got to go.
Oh, shoot.
That was so much fun. I forgot. All right. I got to go pick up my kids. I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining. Again, Tony, thank you for joining us. Make sure you put your link in there, and everybody else who joined us.
Matthew.
Yes, she stole the show. She did not steal the show. No, she did not.
I did.
Kristen,
I
thought you were my friend.
It's rubbing. See, I did though.
All right. I got to go. Bye. Take care.